Sasha and this is my YouTube video. So I wanted to do a YouTube video about my morning routine. So a few years ago I went to a beauty therapist for some makeup lessons, a beautician I should say, and she taught me some skills on obviously application of makeup, but also she gave me a routine for the morning and the evening for skincare, just to sort of help your skin to look a bit more feminine and natural. Now over the years I've always had dry skin, and also being on hormones and having laser as well can wreak havoc with the sort of dryness of my skin and sort of the irritability. So I'm always on the lookout for products that can help that out. So the first thing I do in the morning, obviously if I've got a little bit of facial hair still, so I shave that, and then I'm washing with a simple, refreshing face wash. You'll get told time and time again by beauty therapists and people who are skin specialists, soap is not very good for your skin and it dries it out. For someone like me who's got particularly dry skin, that's not what I want. So I'm very sort of cautious about anything that can dry my skin out further. So that's what I use on that front. So I use the facial wash from Simple, and then once I've done that, the next thing, now as we get older the skin under the eyes gets a bit more prone to puffiness and wrinkles and things like that. So I was previously using, I was advised to use a caffeine under eye cream, and I was using this one from the Ink Key, and it's brilliant. It does work. It's affordable and a good product. It took down the swelling and made everything firm. But more recently I've been trying oil of Olay Eyes, which is dehydrating gel, and it does a similar thing, but I just feel like it may be a bit more impactful, so a little bit more expensive, but I've been using that. But that's not to say I won't return to this one. Either way, as long as I'm putting something on the eye that's going to sort of treat it, because this is about treating the eye, in other words reducing the puffiness that you get through a night's sleep, and also sort of getting rid of the wrinkles as well. The next stage, so I've washed my face, I've put the under eye hydrating gel on. The next thing is a product from The Ordinary that I use. So I was recommended to use Nip and Fab vitamin C serum, which I was using and was good, but I've been trying new things obviously, and I've tried The Ordinary more recently. It's a bit more affordable, and the product I'm using at the moment, you'll have to forgive my pronunciation, it's ascorbyl glucoside solution 12%, but essentially I was looking for a vitamin C serum, and this is that. And what does it do? Vitamin C serum, essentially what I've been told and what I've experienced is it brightens the skin, makes the skin look more feminine, a little bit more softer. So if you've got any blemishes or sun damage, which is a bit discoloration, it will lighten that up and make it a bit more sort of evenly toned colour wise in your skin tone. So it's a very good product. I've been very pleased with it, so I probably will use this again. Certainly will be using a vitamin C serum moving forward. The next thing I would use is hyaluronic acid. So like I mentioned earlier, I've got quite dry skin, so hyaluronic acid is about sort of helping your skin to retain moisture for longer periods. So that's something I've been using morning and night to try and combat that side of things. And yeah, I've been happy with that. It's a good product. Again, I will continue to use that because of my dry skin. I want to sort of give my skin every chance it can to sort of stay moist. Then the following, once all those serums and you've washed your face, it's to moisturise. So I moisturise. So I use CeraVe because this is for dry or very dry skin, and there are good creams out there, but a bit more expensive. This is affordable, and I get through quite a lot of creams. So I've found this very useful for me with my dry skin on my face. So I will continue to use this until such time as I find a better, more affordable product. But it's only about £8 to £9, so very affordable. So I doubt, unless I go for a cream that's got something different properties, I think this will probably always be within my sort of beauty kit. So I highly recommend that if you've got dry skin. So that's got the face washed, hydrated. So then one of the other things before you start putting your makeup on is I was told year and year again, and I kind of disregarded it for long periods because I never used to put a lot of suntan lotion on because I'm quite olive skin anyway, and I never really had an issue with sun, but then there's sun damage, and it facilitates the aging process. So I've been highly recommended, and I have now started putting sun protection. It doesn't stop your skin getting the benefit of the sun, but it just means it reduces the skin damage. And as I've got older, I have noticed some sort of skin damage which I had treated. So it is something to guard against. So once all those serums and the moisturiser has been soaked in, I then put this on thinly over everything, and then I've got, for me particularly, I need an eye primer, because otherwise, if I wear eyeshadow, as you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it stays quite well because of the eye primer. If I didn't wear eye primer, it would all be smudged, just because of the nature of my eyelids. I don't know if everyone has that problem, whether all females have that problem, or I know a lot of trans people sometimes have the hooded eyes, which obviously would do the same thing. But I found this has worked wonders for me, and it's Urban Decay, great product. I've been using this. I switched from Too Faced, and I found this has been better, so I've stuck with it. And then so that's the eye primer on the top there, and then I use a primer all over my face. At the moment I'm testing the market for different types of primers. I did use Lottie, which is like a coconut flavoured illuminating primer, which was nice. It was good, very affordable. I'd like to try that one again because it was so cheap, and it did have good results. But the one I'm using at the moment is NYX Bright Maker primer base. I think it was about £15, about £5 more expensive possibly, but for me a good primer really makes a big difference. I think the best primer I've used is the Bobbi Brown Enrich, I can't remember what it's called. It's a yellow cream, but that's possibly the best one, but it's quite expensive. It's about £60 or £70, so it's not really affordable at the moment for me, but I will return to that because it was obviously a fantastically hydrating, great primer as well. But once you've got all those serums done, all the creams, all your primers, you're good to go and start putting your makeup on. I've rushed through that, but I hope that was useful. Any questions about some of the products, or you want any advice, or want me to review any of the products specifically, drop in a comment. But until now, I'll see you to my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.